Sip Karan, Sip Premchandji, Sip Anand ki khoj, Sip S, Sip Bliko, Sip Pankaj, Sip Atma, Sip Sadeep, Sip Tina, Sip Ashok Chotwani, Sip Raj, IAN. I am nothing. Atmatrai Sip, Ranjana, Sip Raju, Sip Yogini, Sip Panita, Sip Dasi Budrani, Sip Komal, Sip Kailash, Sip Gaurish, and others who are slowly coming into the call. Welcome. Today's interesting topic of discussion: does spirituality make us distant from others? You all have this feeling. Many of you ask me this question, right? Oh, we are becoming spiritual, so now we are becoming distant from others. And how do we manage this because of spirituality? Uh, why are we becoming distant from others? And how to solve this problem? Many of you think that spirituality is a problem. Not many of you, some of you. And it makes us distant from others. So let us understand who is having that feeling, who wants to tell me about you're feeling like this, why you're feeling like this, are you feeling like this? So with that note, let us start. We have got Rutanu. Does spirituality make us distant from others? Rutanu.
Shibom Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, a little bit I have feeling that I do become distant from others because
Explain to
we
me.
start practicing detached attachment.
So
So,
how does
previously
spirituality make you distant from others? What happens?
we used to be like really attached, and then we used to be very much affected also from the others.
You got muted. Unmute. हाँ, unmute. आपने म्यूट प्रेस कर दिया. हाँ, तो ऐसा करो. Then you can ये spirituality को भाड़ में भेजो. भाड़ में डालो बोलो spirituality को. Go become attached.
I'm able to hear you, Guruji.
हाँ. Can you hear me? I'm speaking. Can you all hear me? Girish, can you hear me? Something wrong with your settings.
Yeah, now it is fine. Some call
Yeah,
was
so
coming.
you throw spirituality in the dustbin. You go and you become attached.
No. This is fine. This stage is
No.
fine.
No, because in that attachment there is a lot of Rona and Dhona. That's one point.
Yes.
But why does spirituality make you distant from others? Have you thought of that? You got muted again, so something going wrong with your mute button.
Become closer to God.
So if you
become closer to the divine.
So if you become closer to divine, does it mean you should become distant from others?
Not distant, but detached attachment.
Yeah, detached attachment is okay. Detached attachment is a method to be peaceful.
Yes.
Detached attachment is not a law from President of America to all Indians that you fools, you will follow this law. It's not like that. Nah. Detached attachment is a way to be free from attachment. Suppose I was attached to somebody, very attached, and I was getting hurt. I was feeling sad. I was feeling lonely. So what does the detached attachment do? It makes us spiritually strong. It doesn't kill the attachment. It doesn't spoil the attachment. It doesn't spoil the love. It doesn't spoil anything. It is an art. It is an art of, it's like, holding a hot vessel. Many of you ladies, you hold a hot vessel. In the olden days, you hold a kapda. You take one cloth and you hold with a cloth. Nowadays, the latest thing is you have gloves. You have gloves nowadays? You put a glove and you hold it because you don't want to burn your hands. What is wrong in holding a glove? Okay. Rajendra ji, let us get moving forward to see what people think. Rajendra ji.
Namaskar.
Does spirituality make you distant from others?
Distance from others? I don't think so. No. One thing I have developed a temperament of no gossip, and I think I have become more close to people. जिनके साथ में जो शैतान लगे थे मुझे शैतान, अब वो मेरे भगवान है. So I am more closer to the people now after this spirituality. हाँ गॉसिप नहीं करता हूँ, and people have now realized कि साथ में से मैं ऐसे हूँ. They understood that he is busy somewhere, so we should not waste his time. So they come and they are starting loving more because अब मुझे वो RTX नहीं है, अब मैं RDR में रहता हूँ. अब मैं some people will very afraid of
No
me.
RDX. No RDX.
Especially around people, you know that around people from my supposed side, they were just fearful of me. Now वो बोलते ये अच्छा है, सिरिप हो गया है, let us talk to him. बस ऐसे nothing like that, distance हो गया. I think closeness बढ़ गई ज़्यादा, closeness ज़्यादा बढ़ गई लोगों के साथ.
Closeness क्यों बढ़ रही है?
बढ़ रही क्योंकि मैं शैतान नहीं देख रहा हूँ ना, कोई शैतान ही नहीं है, सब भगवान बैठे.
और आप भी अपनी शैतानी भी कम कर दें आपने.
मैं शैतान रहा ही नहीं ना सर.
अच्छा, okay. I thought you said आप पहले शैतान थे, अभी आप शैतान नहीं है.
No.
Okay. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Rajendra. Tina, does spirituality make you distant from others? Unmute, please. Unmute. Why they're not able to unmute? Yeah.
Unmute. Sip
Yeah.
Guruji.
Sip.
My answer is yes, definitely. Spirituality makes us distant from others.
So tell me why.
You tend to, I'm explaining. You tend to be closer to Sip either in meditation or listening to bhajans, and that makes you even closer to Sip, holding him so that we do not slip.
So there's a problem, no? Then we have a problem in the call. Today we have to solve this problem. It's like you're coming to the doctor and telling, I'm having a very day headache. No, I have to give you a tablet. This distance tablet I have to give you today. Okay, thank you, Tina, for being honest. I like your honesty, everybody. So even Ruth Anu started. Rajendra says, no, there's no distance. So I don't know. He doesn't have the distance. But let me ask others. Ian, I am nothing, Raj. Bliko, sorry, Bliko. So Bliko first. Bliko, then Ian. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody.
Sure, bolo, sir.
So when you are on the path of spirituality, you know, the first notice and acknowledgement you can get from your near and dear one, because they will see a little bit change in your behavior and, you know, day to day. So this distance is not, I can say distance, but it is like a different feeling. People will get a different feeling of your personality.
But will it create distance, Bliko?
I think that no, because they will see this guy has something, you know, not interested, and he's quiet. He's become quiet and is not interested. Sometimes some people close to my circle, they think that you are getting, you know, now not interested in some of the things which you used to be, like movie and other thing. Sometime my daughter also say, Papa, watch this movie. I said, I am not watching any movie. So why? She said, why? I said, I don't get any entertainment from that movie.
Rocky Rani ki prem kahani. Rocky Rani ki prem kahani.
Prem kahani, yeah. And the gossip also, like others said, gossip also I'm not interested. Sometimes they said, oh, this happened, that happened. I said, okay, Manipur, this happened, that happened. Everywhere the drama will be there. So always there will be ups and there will be downs. Sometimes there is a volcano and sometimes there is a tsunami. So, you know, people understand that you are going away from the, you know, the normal behavior and normal interests. So that type of difference they said, but distance, I think distance, I don't see any distance from other people. Sometimes, you know, admire and sometimes appreciate also. Like my father, those who are on little bit, you know, spiritual, they will think that, oh, you are progressing. Looks like you are now more towards, you know, spirituality and not towards sansar. So this is actually, I don't see any distance, but they see difference, and we can also feel the peace of mind. So this peace of mind attracts. Huh?
I have some news for you today. So I will give you this news because I also felt the distance when I started becoming spirituality. There was a distance, two ways distance. One distance I have from others. One distance others have from me. But let us see what is the solution. Okay, we hopefully with the grace of SIP we will get a good answer. Ian, I am nothing, Raj. Bolo.
Shubham Guruji.
Shubham,
The-
sir.
so my feeling towards spiritual is like it is enabling me to accept everything as it is. So
Okay.
it is not, it's not trying to distant from people. Being more spiritual, you can attract more people. They come to us if you are liberated. For example, you are liberated, we are all coming to you. Similarly,
That's a
if
rare.
I
That's a rare thing. But see, when you get spiritual, don't you find when you lose interest in nonsense and movies and this one? So a lot of people say you're a boring guy. Yeah? You're a little boring chap. You are only spirituality. So a little. Don't you
no,
find?
we try to detach the samsara, those gunas which are actually, which is pulling us down, the illusion, so that we get distance from that. And there is an acceptance in that the others are not even knowing that. So there is an acceptance. For example, in my family, wife and everybody, they have their own belief system. They have, so it doesn't mean that being spiritual I'll just go sannyasa or distance from people. No, that is not the thing. You have to live the concept you are teaching also. It is through the journey, we have to realize, right? It's something like that. It is not living
Lucky,
everything and going.
lucky. I'm not telling all of you that you have to become sannyasis and you have to do tyag of all your clothes and your families, and you have to leave everybody. If you go and work in Mother Teresa's home, you have to leave everybody and go. If you want
Yeah,
to go in, if you want to go in many of these ashrams, which these days you have to give up everything, and then only you can become member of the ashram.
it's
If you
true.
don't do sannyas, or if you don't take sannyas or tyag, you can't. But no, we don't teach that. This call, we have a different belief system. Thank you, Ian. Very logical answer. Thank you. Ashok Chotwani. And then Rekha Parvani, Sukeshini, Krishan. Yes, please.
Shivam sir.
Shubham.
Sir, somehow we are distant from others because 99% of the people are attached to the bhoga of this world,
Correct.
following all the rituals and religious formalities, whereas we are distant ourselves from bhoga and all these formalities of religious and rituals,
Correct.
as we are not celebrating our birthday, but people are celebrating. So we are avoiding all these events.
Okay.
In this way, we are distant ourselves.
So there is some distance, correct? There is some
Yeah,
distance that
yeah,
appears.
yes, sir.
How to solve this matter is what we are trying to see today. Okay, we are seeing there is some distance, but how to solve this? Rekha Parv. Thank you, Ashok Chotwani, for
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you.
Clear, very clear. Suppose somebody comes and tells me, come tomorrow, Deepavali party, na, come, we are having big party in the building, all of you come, na, in our family building, in the big building, everybody coming down, you also come down. I say, no, I am not interested in the Deepavali party. Then people say, you go, man, you are a useless fellow, go, get lost. So there is some issue. Let us see.
Yeah.
Rekha Parvani.
Thank you, sir.
Shubham,
Shoham.
there is some distance, but I'm enjoying this distance
Because
because
now some other perspective. Tell me how you're enjoying the distance.
because I'm in Satchitananda. I don't like this shore, outside world ka shore, because I have experienced it, and like people move away from me, they find me boring, and I like that because I don't want this, so I feel good.
No, but we have to
If
go one step further. Okay, so we'll see how
yeah,
to go one. Today we let
yes,
us see.
to see sip and all,
Uh,
see sip and all
so then what?
that we see,
Then how? Then if that is the
but
case, then how will you be distant?
we don't have, matlab, we don't have that distance, but people keep that, so it is, I think, good for me.
Okay. But when you see sip in all, then the distance should not be there. Let us see. So,
Yes.
Sukeshini and Krishan, Dr. Krishan. Sukeshini.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, one line answer I can say I am at peace with myself
Okay.
and very fortunate. Even my office work and all goes very peacefully in spite of whatever the situations are. Because every time I'm just accepting everybody as sips, so it becomes very easy. Even initially there is argument, but at the end of the day, I am able to complete my tasks. So that is where I'm more at ease. And family, yes, my husband has always been, helping and, he's always supported. So if I forget, in fact, he reminds. So it's this for me because I keep discussing what I learned. And so that is one advantage.
See, it's very good karma if you have got friends and associates who are close to you who are spiritual. Suppose you have people who are soulfully connected to you. That's a very big karma, good karma. It's not easy to have like that. Imagine you have all opposite type of people, then the journey becomes very miserable, becomes very difficult.
Correct.
So this is a grace of SIP. It is a gift from the divine that there are people who are on the same frequency. So if you have somebody, you should be grateful to SIP for that. That's I can tell you. Dr. Krishan, and then Raji.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
According to me, it's great lot of different because हमारे अंदर दो तरह के दिमाग हैं, एक जो राम रूपी है, एक राम रूपी है. जो राम रूपी है वो इनलाइटनमेंट की तरफ लेके जाता है ड्यू टू स्पिरिचुअलिटी, बट जो राउंड रूपी है जिसको एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए, लस्ट चाहिए, ड्रिंक चाहिए, उसको हम अवॉइड करते हैं ड्यू टू स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ. और एज ए स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन आई एम टेक केयर माय कर्मा. मैं हर एक बंदे में सिर्फ देखता हूँ, एक भगवान देखता हूँ, तो इट्स दैट मेक मी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर.
But you feel that spirituality, what you spoke is beautiful. I like what you said, Ram Rupi and Ravan Rupi. I like it. So there are some people who are Ravan Rupi. They do all drinking, eating, gambling, everything, and they think that is fun in life. But the Ram Rupi will say, no, I'm not interested in all these things. He's Sattvic. But does that spirituality make you distant from others, Krishan?
Yes, it's make different because वो entertainment
आपको दूर कराता है आपसे.
For me, enlightenment is most important than the entertainment. I don't go from the entertainment side. I go for enlightenment side.
आपने एक नया कोट लिख दिया अभी आपने एक न्यू कोट लिखा. Entertainment is not as rewarding as enlightenment. Entertainment is आपके नाम पे हमने कोट लिख दिया. Entertainment is not as enlightening as enlightenment. Or entertainment seems to be fun, but enlightenment is the real thing. ठीक है, we will make a quote. आपके नाम पे एक quote लिख देंगे. Entertainment and enlightenment. Thank you, sir. I like your answer. Raji. Raji, unmute. Raji, unmute Raji.
Yes, Shivaham Guruji. Yes, I have become distant from others. I don't know whether others have become distant from, but I have become distant from others. Because why? I like this spiritual field. So all those who are gossiping, those who are not in the spiritual line, I have stopped going to these temples, this, because I feel happiness in inner. Previously, I used to go to a lot of temples, means any bhajan, puja, this thing, any gathering, but only spiritual, means religious gathering, not this movie, never in movies and all, I've never seen, that is different. But I go to temples and all this Gita, Padna, ye sab. But nowadays, I don't know why, because every Ekadashi we go to temple, we read Gita, I'm telling, and every Purnami go to temple, and we have a gathering, we do. But nowadays, I don't know why I am not able to go there. My mind is not allowing me to go. I simply I have some reasons to tell. So I make that reason and I tell, no, I am comfortable at home. I'm not able to come to this one. I feel happy at home and inside, because I have to leave, to go inside, I have to leave that outside. I feel that in that way. So I am happy going inside. So
you are very blessed. You are very blessed because this is a sign of you being in consciousness. And your consciousness is making this choice, not your mind. Your consciousness and your intellect is making you, because what you are realizing. Let me tell you, whether you have contemplated. You are thinking, what is the use of going there and blah 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 blah. So many blah blah they talk. There is nothing, no benefit. You know, so many people they say, come on, let us have whiskey, let us have beer, let us have this. Come on, let us do cheers, let us smoke. They are busy smoking. Okay, what? Like you say, most of you have brought the word gossip. Gossip is what? Unnecessary talk. People don't understand. What is the meaning of gossip? Unnecessary talk, useless talk, unproductive talk. That is the simple understanding of gossip. What do we benefit? Why should I talk? Now, I don't go here and there, not because I don't. You see where all I'm traveling. Some of you thinking this air is pakka bhoga, man. One day he's here, one day he's there, pakka bhoga. But I think those who know me well know wherever I'm going, I'm in yoga. I am maybe I'm in a flight here and a flight there. I'm going to help people realize the truth, or I'm going for a retreat. But I am in state of yoga. So I want to speak before the second round, but thank you, Raji. So we'll ask Sip Kaumudi to give her view, then Rajinder second round after I give my point. Rajinder, please wait. Sip Kaumudi.
Yeah, so I would say that I don't find the difference between me and others because they have their own choice and I'm different in my own way. But I think I go to the satsangs and all. I just went today. Like I like to like dress up like this, and I think that is my entertainment now. Like instead of going to the parties and the pubs and drinking, you go and you do bhajan kirtan.
So what
like
you
that.
did today, the satsang? What did you do in the satsang today?
I danced and I sang and I really loved, and I became the Radha of the Krishna that they were talking about. So because now we know the spiritual aspect, right? So that's a story for us. So you can visualize yourself as a Radha and do all that. I think that is what I do now. I like to go to bhajan, kirtan, satsang, all this like entertainment, like people go to movies.
So good. See, I'm happy. Let me give you some perspective of how I think, and then we'll come to Rajendra. Rajendra will give us part 2. Now, dear friends, does spirituality make us distant from others? Yes and no. Yes and no means in the journey of spirituality, when you're in a talash, when you're going there, you will get little distant because you're searching something else. It's just like saying when I'm climbing Mount Everest, will I be distant from people in my house? Of course, you're climbing Mount Everest. But after you finish climbing Mount Everest, you're not going to be sitting on top of Mount Everest for the rest of your life. But in spirituality, after you reach that peak, what he said, after you leave entertainment and go to enlightenment, the enlightenment bliss is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It touches you. Like so many of you are feeling. Raji told me, Rekha told me, Sukeshini told me, Bliko told me. Many of you have spoken. Even Raj. I forget it. Please, if I miss your name, I don't intend to do that. But I'm saying, after you reach that anubhuti, then the distance for you disappears. Others may feel distant with you, but you don't feel distant because you start connecting to the birds and the flowers. The small little birds have made a nest outside my door in my house, in my office. So small bird, 2-inch bird. They made 8 birds are in a nest. And every few minutes they are telling hello to me, namaskara, 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 they are telling to me. Singing songs. So I'm telling you, if you are able to, Rekha Parmani said it and then she ate it up. I think somebody else also said, but you didn't say properly. And this Friday, tomorrow's session is that. If you can see SIP in all, then where is the distance? Rajendra also said. Rajendra said, now in my round table, I tell people come to me and they talk to me. Earlier, they would do shaitani with me. Now they don't. Now they are talking nicely to me. They are coming and learning and they're talking nicely with me. But let me tell you, this distance issue is there in spirituality. Now, suppose somebody wants to be opposite of spirituality. Okay, they want to watch Rocky Rani. Okay, some Rocky Rani ki Prem Kahani. That one, Radha Rani ki Prem Kahani. Some new movie has come, Karan Johar movie yesterday. I don't know the name. So, somebody wants to take you for now 3 hours movie. Now, there are 2 ways of you being spiritual. One way of being spiritual, say, no, yeah, I don't want to go for this movie because other way of you saying is like Sip Kaumudi. No, I'm going and I'm enjoying the dancing and I'm being the Radha and singing. So you are able to go for that movie without losing the basis of your consciousness. Those 2-3 hours, you are going to mind state. But after those 2-3 hours, you come back to consciousness state. Now, is it the best thing to do? May not be the best thing to do, but what can you do? You are in a family. In that family, you've got somebody says now in the family birthday party. You cannot be a spoiled sport and say, no, I will not come for birthday party. If you reach a level like AiR, I don't go. Nobody calls me for birthday party. They know this fellow is useless. He will not come. Somebody commented, my best friend's marriage, son's marriage in Dubai. My best friend's son marriage in Dubai. All my friends went. All Baja and Gaja Baja in the full plane. All went. My ticket, they booked, I said cancel the ticket. So that distance comes. But in life, you have to give up something if you want something else. And the distance, others may be distant from you, but you should not be distant from others. You should see SIP in all. And you should not feel that you are far away from others. You should love everybody. But the challenge is not to lose your consciousness. See, the problem is you slip. Suppose somebody is in the non-spiritual path and they drag you. Now, you are slipping away from that Satchitanand. If you are slipping away from that Satchitanand means you are diluting your evolution. Now, for me, every day, I don't know, other than spiritual thing, I don't have any other life. 24 hours a day, even if I'm doing some shaitani, looking like shaitani, it's not shaitani. That shaitani that I may be appearing as shaitani, I'm still divine. Every act of mine is divine. Every act. If I'm eating, it is divine. If I'm talking, it is divine. If I'm loving, even if I'm loving, it is divine. But the moment we get away from yoga and we get into bhoga, oh, we may slip. This is the danger. We may slip. The goal is to reach that state of awakening, spiritual awakening, 8 stages of spiritual enlightenment. To reach that state of Satchitanand Atma, where you feel oneness, there's Advaita. Advaita means no Dvaita, no duality. When I see a little bird singing, every morning 2 beautiful doves will come and say good morning to me. As soon as I come to the terrace, 2 beautiful birds will come and beautiful grey colored doves. They will come and say namaskara. Hello, they will look at my dogs will come, they will eat my nose, they will bite my ears first thing in the morning. But I don't see, like I told you yesterday, we don't see D-O-G, we see the G-O-D. Okay, so my conclusion, and I'm handing back over the mic to you. The question is this today: does spirituality make us distant from others? Temporarily. Temporarily, you need to be distant. You need to go on a talash. You need to get that awakening. You need to be enlightened. You need to reach that state of Mumukshu, Jigyasu, Jnani, Yogi, Buddha. Now, let me tell you one danger. If you feel this distance and you dilute it, you will never become Buddha. You want to become Buddha? You don't want to become Buddha. Many people, they are pulled by their near and dear ones. They don't become Buddha. They reach Yogi. They reach Jnani. Oh, they know all the wisdom. They have all the knowledge. But they don't get Buddha. What is Buddha? Buddha means that spiritual awakening. Then, after getting that Buddha, that awakening, you can see now Buddha got awakening. Did he go back to the palace? Anybody can tell me why Buddha didn't go back to the palace? He was called, his father called him, he said, now you have become Buddha. Now come and live in the palace, live with mother, live with your family. Come. Buddha said, no. I am like Raji said, Sukeshini said, oh, I am enjoying my Satchidanand so much. I am in my bliss. Why I don't go for parties, my dear friends? Every day in my party, they open what? Not red label and black label. They open green label and blue label and whatever label. The costliest of whiskies. Japanese with single malt whiskey. Some name, I don't know. Why I don't go? They don't have cigarettes. They have big cigars. Spanish cigar, Brazilian cigar, Mexican cigar. Each one is trying to show off a different pleasure. Nah. These things don't matter anymore. These things are entertainment. Entertainment is nothing compared to enlightenment. Entertainment gives joy, which is, oh boy, nothing compared to enlightenment. The happiness of entertainment is nothing compared to the bliss of enlightenment. The happiness, I'm writing this quote for you, Krishan, kisne bola? The happiness of in entertainment is nothing compared to the bliss of enlightenment. Entertainment is just momentary now. Come on, natch, dance. Now, Kaumudi should do dance for us in the class and show what dance. Radha dance. Huh? Okay, so this is what I have to say. Over to you, Rajendra, Komal. Rajendra, and then Komal.
Sir, my now next purview is that if I get disturbed generally by mixing with people, then I won't be able to find the sip in all. But at the same time, I try to mix less with less people. Those people who, without confronting them, who disturb my consciousness or awareness. Because I would already keep such people at large who will be cause of my destruction. Because now it is very important for me to be nearer to SIP than to be nearer to such people. We can avoid the distraction also by in a state of prem, love और प्यार से बोल सकते हैं. It's not that we have to distance themselves people from our life. So we can use our love also. जैसे मेरा एक cousin मुझे फोन करता था इसी टाइम पे. He was my contemporary. इसी टाइम पे मुझे फोन कर रहा था और इधर-उधर की बातें, फजूल बातें जो हम करते थे पहले, I would do it. Before that, then after my temperament changed, I would not like it to hear those things. तो आहिस्ता-आहिस्ता वो खुद ही, अब तो मुझे वो 15 दिन से कहीं फोन ही नहीं आया. और incidentally, he is from Bangalore. वो बेंगलोर में ही रहता है. और he told me, why are you, कहाँ गए? पहले बोला कहाँ गए? ये लोग ऐसे होते हैं, आपको डिस्टर्ब करेंगे. They will take you. But whatever जो बोलते रहते हैं. So ultimately, now he is comfortable. He is comfortable with me. He is sitting there. He is giving me messages. He doesn't ring me. He gives the messages. So he is not away from my life. He is there, but he knows my temperament now.
Okay. So all I'm telling you all in simple, Rajan, I always say you keep it very short and simple. In short and simple words, when there's no spirituality in my life, in that moment, I get lost. I slip. Therefore, I come back very fast. We all lose that moment of spirituality. It is very natural. Don't tell me any of you. There are two aspects. We can lose the spirituality and then we can become bhoga. We can go into Rolex watch and Rolls Royce and drugs and Ayashi. Or we can lose the spirituality for a moment and come back. But remember this, every time we go to bhoga, we are risking coming back to yoga. Keep this matter very much important in life. Every time you go into bhoga, you risk coming back to yoga. I'll give you one small example before going to Komal. There was one surgery. Girish, new example, Girish, new analogy. I never told you this before. There was a surgery of my family member. The doctor came to me and the doctor said, see, this surgery is a very serious surgery. And I'm telling you that if the surgery we don't perform, there's a lot of pain in the backbone, what they call T5, T6. The backbone has got some. Okay. So I said, what's the problem? They said, we have to give general anesthesia. So I said, okay, what is the problem? They said the patient's condition is such that if we give general anesthesia and we perform the surgery, the pain will go away. But there is a small chance the patient will not come out of anesthesia. The patient will not come back to consciousness. Do you want to proceed with the anesthesia? Sign this document. If you don't want to proceed, then don't sign. We cannot proceed with the surgery. It happened. I spoke to the person and I said, this is the risk. The person said, I don't mind the risk because my life is useless without this surgery. But I'm stopping the analogy here. How we go into anesthesia and we come back. I hope you all know that if you go into coma, there are chances you won't come back out of coma. Consider coma to be like bhoga. If you slip into bhoga, my dear friends, there is a danger. You may never come back to yoga. This is a big danger we should realize and This is where entertainment can kill enlightenment. Sometimes we become addicted to those who are addicted to entertainment can never be awakened with enlightenment. Those who are addicted with entertainment cannot be awakened with enlightenment because you're addicted to entertainment. You feel you can't do without it. Thank you. I hope this is helping you understand. We will give a closure to this subject. Komal. Komal. Unmute. Yes, Komal.
Yes, namaste everybody. I'm sorry I spoke speaking in the end. I was thinking if everything is clear, so I didn't want to speak. Now what I'm feeling is like when you get established in spirituality, you go away a little from your immediate family, but the whole world starts becoming your family. You feel that connection not with your immediate family only, you feel connection with everybody. But you need to play that role in your immediate family. So you start playing that role also effectively. You start understanding that this is my role, I'm playing it, and then I will distance myself. So I'm doing like that now. I was getting away from my family, but now I'm re-understanding that I need to play my role also effectively. So I'm doing it and going.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So your spirituality takes you away from your family and the whole world becomes close to you. Very beautifully, you have summarized what we are talking today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you come back to your family and they want to spend the full day today, Saturday, they want to go for picnic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you want to do your sadhana. Then, okay, full day you go for picnic with them. Then Sunday they want to go for mall and they want to go for movie and they want to go here. Then again you want to do sadhana. So Saturday already your spirituality went for toss. Now Sunday also they want to go. So do you experience something like this?
No, not like that. I will, if it is required there, I will be going, but I will be in my consciousness and going there. And sadhana doesn't mean that I have to sit and do meditation and be alone only. Being with people also, I can be alone.
Very good.
If I'm inside, I'm feeling alone and I'm okay, it is required to be with them, I will be with them. But like if you are alone, you feel okay. If you are with people, you are okay. In that state, if you are, there is no problem in being with the family also.
Beautiful. So I just gave an example of the weekend. Now I'm going to give you the example of how a spiritual person is in the weekend. Even if the spiritual person is going for a movie, they are in consciousness.
Right.
You may find it very funny, but I'm telling the reality. They are still in consciousness. If a spiritual person is in the mall, they are still in yoga. If a spiritual person is in a picnic, they are still not gone into bhoga.
Yes.
The spiritual this is the challenge of being awakened.
But you need to get established in that, then only it is possible. Like you said, you can slip to bhoga and it is difficult to come out. But if you're really established in spirituality, you can slip to yoga also and you don't come back. Even if the people are around, you are still there.
Yeah. You don't slip to yoga. You don't slip to yoga. You remain in yoga. That is not slipping.
Yeah, whether you are, okay, fine. Established in yoga.
Yeah, so you can slip into bhoga or you can be established in yoga. So I'm saying suppose you are in a situation where you are forced to go to a mall for 3 hours, or suppose I'm telling you, I'm in a situation where one of my family members is in the hospital for 8 hours. Now I have to go for 8 hours to the hospital. I can't say, no, I'm a spiritual person. God will take care of you. You go, I will not come. No, I have to go.
Yes.
But even if I'm in the hospital for 8 hours, I can be established in consciousness.
Yes. And there only you can see gods around.
So, and you don't have to explain to anybody what you are doing inside of you.
Yes.
You should not, okay, here I'm giving you something very beautiful. A spiritually evolved person is not affected so much by what is happening outside as much as what is happening inside.
Right.
A spiritually an evolved person has complete control on the inside.
Right.
Although they don't have control on the outside. Did you get this new quote again? I'm telling you all. A spiritually evolved person has a complete control on their inside. Although it seems they have no control on their outside.
Yeah, it looks like.
So you have
Like I went to Bangalore last week. I was in Bangalore with my daughter, and my daughter is telling, "Mama, nowadays you have become very different. आप मेरे को डांटती भी नहीं हो, मैं कुछ गलत करती हूँ. You are not loving me like that. And what is happening to you? Don't do like that." She was crying. मैंने कहा, "बेटा, don't think like that. I don't love you. I love you, but I love all." And it is, I'm enjoying this state. I'm sorry, I'm not a conventional mother type. But don't think that I don't love you. Like we could reconcile. I could talk to her that it is not like that, what you are thinking. She was thinking I'm distancing myself from the family.
Good. Rekha, Parva, thank you, Komal. Rekha and Bala before we close. Rekha and Bala. Rekha. Unmute Rekha and Bala. Yes.
Nowadays, even if I'm in a crowd, behind in my background, I have my bhajans. So I don't get distracted. Like I don't have that distraction like of the bhoga. So I feel good. Like even I can in a crowd, I don't get lost.
Okay. So are you, what happens with that?
With that, I feel I get conscious about that.
But the distance is there or distance is not there?
Distance is, it is there, but not like too much. I don't distance, but even if people distance from me, I don't mind it.
Okay.
Like I
A spiritually awakened person is not concerned about how others distance from them.
Yeah, I'm not also concerned.
So this is a very important point. A spiritually awakened person is networked with everybody. They are not worried. They are not worried about some people getting distance because some people may not be spiritual. Suppose there are, okay, suppose I have 5 best friends and those 5 best, all those, I'm telling reality. I had a bunch of best friends. Okay. And we must have gone out every Wednesday for dinner from 1983 to 93 to 03 to 13. How many years? 30 years. For 30 years, we went out for dinner every Wednesday. For 30 years. Then it stopped. So, do I have to worry about it?
No.
So we have to learn. We have to learn to evolve. Just like when we were in school, Girish, when you were a small boy in school, you used to wear half pants. When you were in first standard, second standard. But after 5th standard, 6th standard, you left the half pants and started wearing full pants.
Yes.
But initially we worry, how can we wear full pants? Then you start wearing full pants, you'll never go back to half pants. You know, I don't want to go back to half pants. So, my dear friends, okay, good. I think Bala, before I close, Bala, your quick comment and then I'll close.
Guruji, actually, I get frustrated, but many a times then I start realizing, मतलब आधा दिन चला जाता है, फिर बाद में realize होता है, अरे, this is all drama going on. Why I am getting what we say involved in all these things? और क्यों मैंने मेरा time pass किया frustration की वजह से, इसकी वजह से? And then after and what we say then, मतलब आधा दिन जाने के बाद मुझे या फिर next day I realize कि everything is going on drama and जो बात 6 महीने होता था वो अभी नहीं होता है गुरुजी और बाहर जाना आना भी कम हो गया है. I don't want, I like to remain at home.
So tell me, does your spirituality make you distant from others?
Yeah, Guruji. I don't mind what, मतलब mind होता है फिर बाद में थोड़े देर के बाद चला जाता है कि जाने दो ना वो उसका business है.
You know why, Bala? You are saying जाने दो because you are peaceful.
Yeah, Guruji. And I enjoy my company.
So let me tell you before I thank you, Bala. Peace is the foundation of happiness, and peace is the simple reward of spirituality. And just like in entertainment, there may be excitement. In entertainment, there may be excitement, but there's also a lot of disappointment. In entertainment, there is excitement, but there's also a lot of disappointment. But in enlightenment, there is peace. In entertainment, there is anxiety. In enlightenment, there's tranquility. In entertainment, there is anxiety. In enlightenment, there is tranquility. So, my dear friends, I am going to conclude today's session as follows. Does spirituality make us distant from others? When you start your talash, you have to go away. You're climbing Mount Everest. When you realize spirituality, that you are the divine soul. When you realize I am soul, soul is sip, I am sip, sip is in all. Then where is the question of distance? I can only promise you that all distance will disappear. Earlier, I used to feel little lonely. All loneliness disappears because you feel soulfully connected. And this soulful connection is very beautiful. It is what is called Sat Chit Anand. It is eternal bliss that comes from truth consciousness. And so don't worry about that little distance which may seem to appear. That distance is just a momentary, it's a test. The distance takes you a little bit away before it unites you with SIP in all. And the promise is that there will be no distance, no loneliness. There will be no fear. There will be no anxiety. Everything will disappear when you reach that state of awakening. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll meet you at 7:30 with folded hands. I bow down to you.